Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? Feel free to hop in the chat and say hello. If this is your first time with me, which I doubt if you're here this early, it's not, but I'm going to say it anyway. If it's your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. Today we are here to pull some cards to see what our weekend's going to be like. And today's reading is going to take us through the next couple weeks because I might not be here on Insight Timer until mid-November. We'll see. It's all a work in progress. It's all in the works. Feel free to hop in the chat and say hello, and let's see who's here with us today. Jackie says, greetings, lovely. Jenny, happy Friday from sick in bed. You were sick on Wednesday too, yeah? I hope you feel better soon. It's definitely a time to purge, to get something out of your body. I don't enjoy the feeling of being sick, but whenever I'm sick, I'm like, yes, get it out of me. Deborah, good Friday morning, everyone. TGIF, am I right? April says, hello. Tam, happy Friday. I am still in Portland. This is my Portland background. This is the last time I'm going to be live in Portland. On tomorrow, I'm going to fly to Denver. I'm going to go stay with my cousin for a couple days, and I'm going to get picked up in a truck and trailer. And then we have some plans. I can't even remember off the top of my head. So our loose plans for this trip are the Grand Canyon, Sedona. I'm excited for Sedona. After Sedona, I'm drawing such a blank. I know, Zion National Park was on there. See how attached I am to these plans? Roswell, New Mexico is on our list. And then the Ozarks on the way back. But we'll see. I'm very open to just going with the flow and seeing if something comes up. Who knows if we're going to meet a random person who's like, oh, you got to go check this out. We are the kind of people who will follow that. So that's what our plan is. I've been posting my travel stuff mainly on my Facebook and my Instagram. So if you want to hop on those, there's my social links in my Insight Timer bio. And I just last night was like, oh, I have YouTube followers who have no idea what's going on. So I threw up some shorts on YouTube. I'm trying to become a social media person because I want you guys to see all the cool things that I'm getting up to. So that's that. Jenny, oh, okay. Lisa says hi. Good morning, Misty. Jenny said, tried your Pachamama radio idea. Awesome. Cool. So Jenny's referencing, I told you guys that when I meditate these days, I just create a station on Spotify off of the song Pachamama by Beautiful Chorus. And it's been my favorite. And I was thinking about that because I don't know much about Spotify. I'm a new Spotifyer. Do we get the same station, or is it based on my music preference, what I've liked and stuff? I don't know. Good morning, Pam. Pam says, hope you liked visiting Portland. I did. I got up to so much here. I went to Multnomah Falls, 444 on the timer. I went to Fairy Falls. They're right next to each other. That was the same day. That was amazing. I went to, and actually, you know what I'll say about that? Fairy Falls was just the most magical, mystical place. I can't remember if I told you guys about it. When I was here on Monday, doing cards on Monday, I didn't even go to Fairy Falls yet, but I've been rushed. I felt very rushed the last few times I'm here. I'm going to chat for a little bit today, I guess, just because you guys won't see me. So you can go back and watch this replay and be like, oh, I miss her so much. Fairy Falls was just gorgeous. It was magical. It was mystical. There's fairies. There's fae in the Oregon forests. I'll tell you that. I had Belly with me, that little tiny Chihuahua mix. We think he's a Beagle Chihuahua. Who knows? Can you see him? If I move the mic, he's laying over there on the couch. You can see it on Insight Timer because I have my wide camera. You can't see it if you're watching the replay. What else was I going to say? The moss in the forest here are just amazing. I went to a Portland ecstatic dance. That was fun to feel a different city's vibe of ecstatic dance. I'm drawing a blank. I literally just wrote all of this down. I went to the Oregon Zoo. That was a really fun zoo. Those photos are up. Later today, I'll post the photos from my trip to Seaside. A lot of you guys recommended I go to Cannon Beach, and I drove to Cannon Beach, and then I kept just seeing like touristy shops. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like shopping. Like, I want to go see the beach. So I was driving, trying to find a place to park or like go to the water. And then before you knew it, I was back on the 101, and I was like, oops. So I just followed signs to Seaside. And that was great. That was great. That was really nice to be able to walk. I saw Tam said she saw my video of me walking barefoot on the beach. I brought one pair of shoes to Portland, and they're my hiking boots, and that's all I had because I figured I'll be hiking a lot. So I was walking around the beach in my hiking boots, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm on a beach. Take your shoes off, Jacqui. That was Seaside. Yesterday, I took the belly to Forest Park. And I wish I would have given myself more time yesterday. I've been cramming a lot of stuff in my days. I've been working in the morning, getting stuff ready for the next few weeks in the afternoon, and then like venturing out afternoon, evening time. So me and Belly only had about an hour at Forest Park, and I could walk around that place forever. I looked it up. Yeah, Pam says it goes on for days. I'm still exploring it. I looked it up to make sure I was going to have like a decent path. It's 30 miles. There's 30 miles. Misty asks, where do we watch replays? You can search my name on YouTube. Who else? I saw Christy hopped in. Hello, everyone from Marin, California. Or is it Marin? Because there's a Dead Kennedy song called Moon Over Marin. Right? That's how they say it? Yeah. I wonder if they're singing about California. Thanks, Lisa. She says, have a wonderful time, Jacqui. I'll be thinking of you. April loves Zion. Karma, good morning. Crazy time to travel with all the snow. Is it snowing in the Southwest? I hope not. Karma says the falls in Oregon, absolute amazing magic. Yes. Hello, Elena. Got it, Jenny. The list might be different on Spotify. Interesting. Becky and Misty love Seaside. It is Marin. Cool. Have you ever heard that Dead Kennedy song? Moon Over Marin. Hello, Lori. Hello, Christine. Hello, Trina. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys too, I was making coffee this morning. Like a true Pacific Northwesterner, I have been drinking only French pressed coffee the whole time I've been here. I feel like I'm back in my Starbucks days. Haven't had any craft beer. I heard that Portland is big for craft beer. I haven't been in a drinking mood, honestly. I don't think I've mentioned that to you guys. Since I left my marriage, I've had one beer. I just don't care anymore, and it feels really nice. It feels really nice to go from that like redneck life where every Friday and Saturday we were just hanging out around the fire or like riding our bikes to some bar, and now I got out of that and I just don't care. It feels really good. Lots of microbrews in that area. I'm sure. And maybe one of these days I'll get up to that again, but don't really feel like it. Awesome. Thanks for listening to my rant for 10 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed checking in with what I'm doing. So today we're here for cards. I'm going to pull one card to start us off, to give us the flavor of this reading. So if at this time, if you have something in your life that you are looking for guidance around, tune into it, right? Ask your guides, ask your higher self, ask your source, whatever you're going to work with today. Just keep that in the back of your mind and ask for guidance. We are going to pull one card to get the flavor of the reading. What is this reading about? What kind of energy are we going into? And then I'm going to pull from a different deck, and we're going to pull 3 cards to answer the question that is formed from the first card. I normally, I've been using my tarot deck when I'm here to do this kind of reading, but since I'm at someone else's house and I have access to other decks, today we're going to start with the Soul Flower deck. I am extremely unfamiliar with this deck, but it's fun, so why not? So we're going to use the Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle deck to ask which direction this reading is meant to go. 11:11 on the timer. Which direction this reading is supposed to go in alignment with our highest good. I see that Trina says she just started Astrology 101. That is the astrology course that I have here on Insight Timer. So if you guys want to learn how to read your natal chart and how to interpret basic daily transits, like when I come here on Wednesdays and I blab about astrology, that course will give you a good background of knowledge so that you can know what's going on. Michelle Maidel never had a French press. On my list to try. It makes it like a little bit of a ritual because you have to like think about what you're doing. And I'm also hand grinding my coffee, so I just feel like a true lumberjack. Okay. Oh, in Portland today, guys, I'm probably going to hit up the Japanese garden and the rose garden. That's what I'm considering doing. We'll see. We'll see. That's my plan. So feel free to send your energy into the deck that is in my hands. And we're asking for a direction that we can take this reading from the Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle deck. And as we wait for just one card, Christine, I told my story. I drove to Cannon Beach and I was looking for a place to get closer to the ocean. And then, oops, I was on the 101 again. So I went to Seaside instead. Lori went to Japanese garden years ago. It's beautiful and peaceful. Awesome. You're all good, Christine. Yeah, Haystack Rock. Maybe that's something I'll come back to visit one of these days. Cool. So I'm going to show you guys the card, and then I got to face it back to me so I can read it because the description is on the card itself. So the card that came out to flavor our reading today is the Purple Poppy, and the message is evolution. Enjoy the card back image while I read this to you guys. Purple Poppy helps align your physical self with your soul purpose and your higher self. For when your foundations are rocking and your entire being is evolving, Purple Poppy helps support deep levels of integration, connection, and rest. Wherever you land, she will help you adapt and find beauty in the process. So Purple Poppy is here to align body, mind, and spirit. So knowing the deck that I have selected, because I had to travel light, I only have one deck left, so I know what deck we're using. Let me form the question for aligning our physical body with our soul purpose and our higher self. Cool. What an easy question. How do we align our physical body with our soul purpose and our higher self? And give me just a second. I'm going to type it. Actually, no, I'm not, because I can remember that. How can we align our physical bodies with our higher self? Easy peasy. The one deck that I have left is the Tree of Life Oracle. So we're going to use the Tree of Life Oracle to answer the question brought to us by the Purple Poppy. Lisa says, my dog is called Poppy. She likes this card. Of course she does. Of course she does. All of our favorite words are our own name. I learned that a few years ago, and I thought that was super interesting. It makes a lot of sense. Because when you're a child and you want attention, you hear your own name and you're like, oh, that's me, right? But sometimes your family uses your name with an angry tone. That's usually why some of us don't like our full names. Love it. So feel free to send your energy into these cards that are in my hand, the Tree of Life Oracle, and ask your higher self, yo, how do I align my physical body with you? How do we align our physical bodies with our higher selves? I'm going to let 3 cards fall out of the deck for us, and we'll see how our physical body wants to be adapted and morphed and changed and all that stuff. What do you need from us, physical body? Oh, that was another thing I did. I went to a float tank on Monday night. I went to a float tank, and I've done one before. And when I went in, I was like, body, this is for you. I'm going to do my best to turn my mind off. Body, you just process whatever you got to process. And that was wonderful. That was real nice. So how can we align our physical bodies with our higher self and our soul purpose? I'm going to show you guys the backs of the cards after all 3 of them come out of the deck. So you're going to see the same card back image 3 times. But I like you to play with your intuition and see if any of the cards feel any different than the others. So if you feel something in your physical body, if you feel a sensation in your physical body, that could be a sign that a certain card has a bigger message for you than the others. If something changes in your physical environment, that could be a sign that that card holds a big message for you. And if you get absolutely nothing when I hold up these cards, please don't think that your intuition is broken, because it's not. That could mean that the whole reading just holds an equal amount of importance for you. I'm trying to consider if I want to blow my nose or not, and we're good. We're just going to go with it. So I'll show you the backs of the cards, and then let us know in the chat which cards are resonating most strongly, asking how we can align our physical bodies with our higher selves. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating. Miriam, thank you. She said, bless you. I'll show the cards one more time just in case you would like to see them again to verify, but trust your gut. Trust your gut. Your intuition is always right. Like, your first thought is always right. Then the mind comes in and it starts questioning and it starts sabotaging. That's the one you got to look out for. But it's my flow. I don't know why I do this, so I'll do it again. Once again, the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see who's working with which cards. We have April 1 and 2, Pam 3, Karma 1, Michelle My Bell 1 and 3, Deborah 1 and 3, Kim 2, Delara 1, Trina all 3, Christy 2, Christine 2 and 3, Jessica 1, Wendy 3, Jenny all 3, Shauna 1, Lori 1 and 2, Jasmine Cat licked me for 1 and 2, so I'm going with that. Love it. Poppy moved on 2, so I'm going 2. All right, Lisa. Tara 1, Misty 1, Joy 1, Christy all. Nicole 2, 3, popped in late, right on 2. Cool. Carrie 2 and 3. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I'm just going to throw this out there that these cards have a lot of words from the Tree of Life that I don't know how to pronounce. So I might say some stuff wrong, and I'm just going to go with it because it's cute. I don't know how to pronounce words, and I'm okay with that. So card number 1 Advice for aligning our physical body to our higher self and soul's purpose. Card number 1 brings us the element of fire. Passion, enthusiasm, creation. The mighty guardian of the south, Jin, king of fire, rules the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The magical tool of fire is the wand, and the overseer archangel is Michael. Jin presents himself as a powerhouse of energy, carrying a fiery staff or wand surrounded by living sparks of light, the S-shaped salamanders of his element, fiery sparks of creation awaiting his command. What do you need to lift, to give power and enthusiasm to? You can get yourself fired up should you choose. Dance, work out, go for a brisk walk, do star jumps in your leggings and headband, do whatever works for you. But know that energy creates more energy. Link with the air element and talk yourself into doing it if you have to. But use fire to break through procrastination and stagnation. However, beware. Fire may have you feeling overzealous, running ahead before you've learned the route or seen the pitfalls, and too much of it can cause you to stumble. Also, anger is attached to fire. Anger isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can be mismanaged. It can be destructive. Know that if you are feeling the first burst of a moment that needs change, or the longer burn of something that calls for more creative solutions. Someone who is fiery could enter your life now. They'll be easily spotted, but are they there to motivate you or annoy you? Either way, a new dynamic will begin. If you have a solid fuel-burning stove or a fire pit, light a fire and spend some time looking into the flames. As they dance, allow your gaze to soften. Use the fire as a meditation. Let your mind create images and insights from this element. If that's not possible, get fiery colors into your life. Red, orange, and bright yellow. Oh, that was confusing me. Sorry. So how to connect your physical body to your higher self and soul's purpose? Move your body, get going, get excited, get motivated, do something. But this is also the energy of knowing when to listen, knowing when it's time to stop. And I really love the part of this card that asked you to learn the difference between, let me just read it again. Know if you're feeling the first burst of a moment that needs change or the longer burn of something that calls for more creative solutions. I think that that's very discerning to be able to know, I feel uncomfortable. That means that I'm going to change something right now, or I'm feeling uncomfortable. That's because I just made a change, so it's time for me to sit with it and be with it and get used to it. Or I've been feeling uncomfortable for years. What the hell am I going to do about this? There's a slight difference. I also very much enjoyed that this card talked about how energy creates more energy. And this is something that I've noticed since I no longer have a fenced-in backyard. I have to walk my dog now. I haven't had to walk my dogs in a very long time, like a decade. I still walk them, but now this is like a daily thing. And I'm one of those people who gets those afternoon lulls. I just want to take a nap. I just want to eat my lunch and then lay down for an hour. But I eat and then I put my dog on a leash and I go for a walk. And then I always feel more energized afterwards. So if you are feeling that lack of motivation, I can't get off the couch, I don't want to do anything, go for a 15-minute walk. You don't have to go hike in the mountains. You don't have to go running. Just go for a walk. Sometimes that is the most energizing thing that you could do for yourself, to align yourself with your higher self. Love it. Michelle, my bell, wow, this nailed it for me. Aries here, love it. Karma, time to light a candle and go for a hike. That would be a feat if you could like carry the candle with you on your hike. Reese's, can I join? Absolutely, we're doing a group reading. Misty, my Leo boyfriend just got back home yesterday. Is he here to motivate you or to annoy you? Because sometimes fire people can be both. They could be both. Doesn't have to be one or the other. Sometimes they're motivating. Sometimes they're, please just shut up now. I like that, Nicole. Notice the fall colors on card number 1. Yes. Michelle My Bell says, I need to move my body 100%. I've been stagnant for too long. Anger has weighed me down for too long. I do notice that when I haven't moved for a long time, you just get pissy. You just get annoyed because there's stuff trapped in your body. Physical movement releases emotions. It releases stagnant, stuck energy. So it doesn't have to be. And if you're out with an injury and you can't walk, do something. I don't know. Do like arm waves for a couple minutes. I know that you can't see it. They have that little bicycle. It's a little like you can't see it down there. It's literally this big. It's a bicycle. You can sit on your couch and move your feet. When my husband's mother had a stroke, that's how she was recovering from her stroke. There's no excuses. That sounded really harsh, but like if you want to get better, if you want to move your body, find ways that you can move your body. Start focusing on what you can do. Stop focusing on what you can't. That's awesome, Misty. Your Leo boyfriend's been your rock and here to walk through a very difficult time I've been going through. Leo lives through the heart. Love it, love it. Happy he's back to support you, says Michelle. April says, walking and yin yoga have been so helpful to me, and dancing. Well, man, you guys know, when I was here on Wednesday, I was teasing about maybe I'm going to host an ecstatic dance while I'm traveling, depending on Wi-Fi, depending on other things. If you want information on how to join this supposed ecstatic dance that's not real yet, but it's in the ethers, join my email list because that's how I'm going to inform you guys about it if and when I do make the plans. Everything I ever talk about is in my Insight Timer bio if you want to know where to find stuff. Ecstatic dance is an amazing way to connect with your higher self. I've gone into ecstatic dances asking random life questions. You hear that train? They're not random life questions, but I went into an ecstatic dance asking one time, like, what does Jacqui want? Just in general, what does the flow of my life look like? And through this ecstatic dance, they also incorporate partner dance where I go. So I'm able to dance with people or dance by myself. And through this ecstatic dance, I learned I really, really, really enjoy my independence and my ability to choose. Like I would go and dance with people, and when I realized like, all right, I'm good with this, I would say goodbye and move on. And then when I did engage with dance partners, I wanted to be led. I'm going to lead my own life. And then when it's time for me to partner up, please, you do all the work. You toss me around and we're good. And that was very metaphoric to my life. I want my freedom. I want to be able to go and venture and hike and do what I want to do and go explore. But then when I come home, please just take care of me. Please just help me. I'm tired. And I feel like there's a big part of me that was feeling guilty for wanting that for a long time. So I would overextend myself. But as long as you're upfront and honest about what you want, you're going to find the people that align with you. Tracy loves the train. Tam's been getting this message, move as I can. Don't focus on what I can't do. 100%. 100%. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you're constantly thinking like, man, I used to be able to do this. My body used to be able to do that. I can't do that anymore. You're just going to grow that energy. Well, I still can walk this far. I still can lift this much. The more you focus on what you can do, your body will match. Have a good day, Karma. I'm going to be like that train and get moving. Love it. Love it. Love it. Pam, I don't remember. It was on Sunday. It was on a corner. I don't remember the name of it for ecstatic dancing. Card number 2. We're on a, I'm chatty today, guys. Card number 2, answering how do we align our physical body with our higher selves? This card is the 22nd path of justice and adjustment. Karmic adjustment, balance, objectivity. Here are those words that I'm going to mispronounce. Running between Tippereth and Geburah, this path has Libra as its astrological sign. Here, the soul is introduced to the lords of karma. They ask their questions, and the Egyptian goddess Maat asks, "Will anyone miss thee by thy passing?" The connections we make in life are important. Balancing your heart against a feather to determine your entry into the afterlife is said to be Maat's role. This card reminds you that you are a soul in a human body, on a karmic journey, experiencing the consequences of your action. You are creating situations that are giving you the chance to balance what is out of kilter in your life, and to do it with an honest appraisal of your part in any situation, especially one that holds he said, she said, and they said vibration. To err is to human, and you're in human form now, so you are going to err. The skill is in unerring. Who even knew unerring was a word? With this card, you may be seeing what until now has been difficult to notice. What needs to be removed could be very clear. These actions and words of friends may feel manipulative. The Justice card points toward the consequences of your actions, regardless of who or what is pilling stones onto the opposite side of the scales. Ultimately, you are responsible. A feather-like touch may be all you need to move something your way. Consider your options and adjust accordingly. Karma is a huge subject. Some have very strong views on it, others not. You could argue the toss or not. You take your stand and someone else will take theirs. Karma. A past, future, or in-between life lesson may help now, or a good karmic astrologer. Up to you. So this card is talking about the weight that emotions can hold on our physical body, weight that relationships can hold on our physical body. And when we hold emotional weight, especially that is tied to other people, it can manifest in different ways in our body. So if your body is giving you physical stress responses, such as tight muscles, such as nagging pains, such as injuries, such as weight gain, that's your physical body saying, I need help, something's wrong, something's off, I need help, I need help. I have so many opinions on this. I'm trying to think about where to go. I am a full believer that genetic diseases, genetic inheritances, all that stuff, like, yeah, cool, science is there, but it's all energy. They're family patterns. If you are following the family energetic pattern that you were raised with, you are going to inherit the same diseases of your family. However, there are pattern breakers. If you change the flow, if you do not engage in the things that caused your family to have the emotions to create those diseases, if you change that and you do something radically different, you're good. You're not going to inherit the same stuff. My dad's family had a line of heart disease. And my siblings, when we were younger, they used to joke that, like, oh, we have poison blood in our family because dad and grandpa and blah, 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 blah. And mom has all this stuff and grandma and blah, 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 blah. So I kind of had it in my mind like, oh, okay, I have poison blood. But then I started reading my dad's old journals about like his early heartbreaks and all that stuff. And that was around the time I started learning that our body holds emotions. And I'm like, that I don't have to do that. I don't have to follow that. So genetic, if you want it to be gone and you do the work to make it be gone, there's a really, really, really good chance that it's going to be gone. However, This card is saying that there are certain relationships in your life that can be adding weight to you that you don't necessarily realize. Um, Having extra weight on your body is a physical representation of literally carrying other people's weight. I'm going to say that again. Having extra weight on your body is a physical representation of carrying other people's weight. So if that is something that you are working on energetically, you can ask yourself that question. Whose problems am I trying to solve? Whose weight am I carrying? How do I let it go? Remember, I have a cord cutting meditation here on Inside Timer. I actually did it yesterday. I was meditating and there was something I was like, all right, it's time to cut another cord. And I was like, I want to try this. And I put it on and it was wonderful. So if you haven't seen that, if you haven't read that, sorry, I just read Bonnie's comment. If you haven't done that cord cutting meditation yet, this could be a good time to cut a cord to someone who is energetically weighing you down. Bonnie just got here. Interesting with what she told me yesterday. Her husband dropped a bunch of weight. So good job. Good job. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about that card. How do you align your physical body with your higher self? Listen to your body. And the physical ailments that we have are quite literal. If you have weight on your shoulders, like if you have pain in your shoulders, it's a manifestation of carrying too much. If you have leg or knee or foot injuries, it's energetically connected to moving forward. Are you able to move forward? Are you moving too fast? Are you receiving support to move forward? If you have back pain, lower back pain, are you feeling instability? Are you feeling unsecure, unsafe? Are you worried about support? It's very literal. And Louise Hay is also a very good author. You Can Heal Your Life is her book. You Can Heal Your Life. It talks all about this. But this card is specifically talking about relationships. Just going to throw this out there now. If you guys are enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an exchange of energy in the form of a donation, they are always, always, always appreciated. They help me come back here and continue to offer these things to you guys. Trina, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your donation. Okay, so Misty's life path number is 22. I wonder if this aligns with that. Kim, evolution, was that the poppy card word? Yes, it was. Allow the body's movement to evolve with the seasons of your life. I love that. And allow your relationships to evolve with the state of your energy. Christine, yep, this hits today. Sweet. Lisa, this is the card I needed. Neil, it was very satisfying when you start accumulating in the account of positive pure actions and paying off any spiritual karmic debt. 100%. 100%. Lisa agrees. Genetics is such a small part. It's the family patterns that make it seem like genetics. Thank you for hearing me on that. Neil, how to travel light and be light? Look at what you're emotionally hanging on to. What's taking up your brain space? And if there's like a nagging memory, a nagging relationship, like, oh, this person, I just can't believe that they treated me like that. Sit with it. Do a cord cutting. Forgive them. Forgive them. Michelle, this cord cutting has come up a few times for me. Didn't pick this card, but still received the memo. Sweet. Misty, I've been working with the body pain and where to look at healing it. It's very accurate. I've had a lot more pain during this time. Christy, thank you so much for your donation. Very much appreciated. The body tries to send you signals. The body is not trying to make your life a living hell. The body is not trying to make your life a living hell. The body says, hey, this is out of alignment. The only way that the body can communicate with you is by manifesting things like pain or disease, right? Inflammation. That's the only way the body can communicate with you. So, are you listening? Are you listening? Michelle just added the book to my wish list. I use it all the time. There's a little dictionary in the back of the book, and it gives you whatever the illness, disease, pain point is on one side. It gives you then the possible thought forms that have created that discomfort. And then it gives you positive affirmations to rewire the part of your brain that has created this disease or whatever. And I love it. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. So card number 2 was the 22nd path. Balance your relationships. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Trina says you can also download a free PDF of Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Body. Amazing. That's right, Lisa. Yes, Dr. Sarno also wrote a book about the mind-body connection. I follow a guy on YouTube. Yeah. You had to censor that so they don't delete it. Called Dan Buglio. He's awesome if you have a lot of pain. Thanks for the recommendation, Lisa. Thank you for the resource. Even though it might not be located right here, there are plenty of resources all over the internet. So thank you for sharing. Yes, Christine, another great book is Healing Back Pain by John E. Sarno, about the mind-body connection. I haven't read it, but I know a lot of people talk about the body keeps the score. Yeah, there you go, Trina. The body keeps the score. It was like instant. Yeah, so much. So much. Your body wants to help you. Card number 3. How else can we... I'm having a moment. My dad and my Aunt Jeannie are very present today, and it's been very apparent. Before I started, I saw that the counter had 222 on it. Something about the microwave was a 2. We had the 22nd path for the second card. Card number 3 is card number 2, answering how we can align our bodies with our higher selves. Card number 2 is Chakma, wisdom, inspiration, spark, the divine masculine. Number 2 on the tree of life, Chakma, is found at the top of the pillar of mercy, receiving the first breath from the top of the tree of life and providing a spark that ignites the whole process of becoming. Uranus is the planet, a planet of shock, disruption, and the future. The main figure is a man, already old, but wise beyond his years, as he embodies the whole universe. The ancient force of creation runs through his veins. When this card appears, you are being offered a helping hand. Even if it comes with disruption, it's time to move things along, to add energy to help things head in a new direction. Sometimes events come along that appear to be outside our control, but there is within them an element of guidance that feels more than circumstance, that feels magical. You may have invited change in, perhaps to remove some stale or outworn energy in your life, and here it is. You're being asked to have faith in your own wisdom, that inner voice that reminds you that you know what to do. You know what must happen next. Perhaps that is taking on the role of disruptor. Your astrological chart could offer you some insights at this time. Seek the counsel of the heavens and learn more about the directions open to you. This is not a time to play it small. You are the divine guiding force of your own being. We'd all like to have a wand and swish it about, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this card suggests a ritual that is simpler. Write down what you want. Imagine you're writing with a pen dipped in the magic of the stars and imbue it with the magic of your spirit. And now, end with the words, so be it. Card number 3, how do we align our body with our highest self? Make the changes that your body is asking you to make. You know that there's something that you want to change, and then you second guess yourself. Your ego comes in and it's like, no, I'm not ready to change that yet. I don't want to get rid of that yet. I don't want to stop eating my bonbons. You know, you have this higher wisdom within you. Uranus is at play here. Uranus knows way too much. He's way ahead of his time. He acts radically because he's so far ahead of his time. So there's some radical change that you've been considering. Might be time. Might be time to start that exercise regime. Card number 1 gave us the element of fire. It's time to move. It's time to dance. It's time to go for a walk. It's time to do something with passion because your body wants to express something. Especially, guys, if you've been having a lot of angry moments, if you're frustrated all the time, if you're just like steaming and like always annoyed and stressed, it means your body needs to move. Your body needs to move. Another change that you can be making, radical change, are there some relationships in your life that are really not serving you? Are you carrying other people's weight? That could be one of the radical changes. Card number 3 is just telling us you're wise enough to know. You are wise enough to know, so trust yourself. Something else just came up with card number 2. When I said that, my good friend, when she was deciding to leave her partner, she made a comment that really resonated with me in alignment with my decision to leave my husband. She said, I was not put on this earth to be the caretaker of him. I was put on this earth to take care of me and be the best version of me that I could be. And I was like, wow, oh my God. Because I am that kind of person. I have a big heart. I care a lot. Ooh, you need help? Let me help you. Yes, I have all these ideas. Here, let me help you. I wasn't put on this earth to carry your life. So just know that. Just know that. I also had that with the 222. If you guys aren't around, my dad and my aunt Jeannie, when they both crossed over, their death dates had to do with the number 2. So 222, 2222 holds them, and they are like my angel team on the other side. Love it. Pam says, thank you so much, Jacqui, and everyone's suggestions. I have learned so much today. Beautiful. And thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you, Pam. If anyone else has enjoyed today's session, and if you'd like to offer an exchange of energy as a donation, I always give you guys book dives. So today I'm going to be diving into the Tree of Life to give you some words of wisdom that are in alignment with whatever you need right now. So if you donate on Insight Timer, I'm just going to comment on your donation, and you can find that some people said it shows up in their notifications. If it doesn't, you can go to my teacher profile, click the donate button again, and it'll show you a log of all the times that you have donated and my responses. And then if you'd like to donate off of Insight Timer on PayPal or Venmo, click on my link in my bio. You can go over there, and then I still send you guys the thank you messages over there. I can't remember if I read out loud that Michelle, my bell got goosebumps. Pam, crazy, right? That was the card I picked, and it was so spot on. Lisa loves that this card was the last of the 3. Perfect, almost wraps the other 2 up. Absolutely. I felt that as well. I love how it came out. There's a visual I'm going to try to show you guys in a second. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Colleen, thank you for sharing your gift with us. So welcome. It brings me so much joy. I really love doing this kind of work. Michelle My Bell says, thanks, Jacqui. These cards were just the messages I needed today. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Jacqui, my book dive on Wednesday was spot on. Didn't text you to tell you, but it was. That's awesome. That's awesome. Love it, love it. Colleen, what does it mean when I see numbers in sequence of multiple numbers? What a great question. And I'm so excited to answer this because it's subjective. All of these signs that come to your awareness, it is subjective. They mean something to you. There is something in your life that the number 1 represents. There's something that the number 4 in your life represents. I'll tell you, there are internet descriptions where you can go look up what the spiritual meaning is of number 1, 2, 3, whatever. And that is a good rule of thumb. Like, that's a good guide. However, just because someone else views number 1 as this doesn't mean that you need to view number 1 as this. So what I would first do is make your own little map quest. What is that thing called? A key. Make your own little key. A quest. Go on a quest to find your key and just sit with, okay, what do different people say about the number 3? Some people say 3 means mind, body, spirit. Some people say 3 means creation, right? Sperm plus egg equals baby, 3. 3 to me feels like a collaboration. Many different ways you can interpret the number. Make your own little key for the numbers 1 through 9. And then when I see repeating numbers, to me, that's just like the numbers being amplified. It's being amplified. So if we are constantly seeing 3 sequential numbers in a row, right? 2, 2, 2. You would blend. That's what I would do. I would blend the meaning of 2 with the meaning of 3, right? So for me, if 3 is creation, 2 is stability, partnership, knowing that you are supported. So I am creating the energy of number 2. If you see 666, let's talk about 666 real quick, guys. I love 666. It is not demonic. It is not. Nothing is bad until you decide that it's bad. 6 is the number of harmony. If you see 3 number 6s, you are creating harmony in your life. My favorite number, 888. To me, 8 is infinity. You always have everything that you need. So it's related to abundance. I didn't realize how much I loved numbers. I mean, I did know. Christine, thank you so much. Really appreciate your donation. Michelle, or it could be validations. So many things. A quest. Yeah, so when you see it, to me, I take it as it's like whoever your support team is, they're sending it to you to be like, I'm here. Hey, I see you. Do you see me? That's what I get. That's what I get. Yeah, and subjectively, personally, because of dates when I lost my dad and when I lost my aunt, 2s came up and like it was just so, and I had a different experience with the number 222. Like take your life experiences and just go with it. I was laying in my friend's bed alone in a room, and I was watching a movie, but then I closed my eyes and I was meditating, and I just knew that I was meditating with the number 2222. That was the weirdest thing. That was a few years ago. I was like, why is there 2222 here? Really cool. Awesome. I was just sitting with how to wrap this up. I think this was a wonderful reading. The purple poppy wants us to align our physical self with our soul purpose. And purple poppy is here to help us adapt. How do we align? Element of fire wants us to move and take action. The 22nd path of karma and justice wants us to rebalance the things that are wreaking havoc on our physical body. And 2, Uranus, wisdom, wants us to trust that we know, your soul knows what needs to change. Trust it. Do something radical. You never know how good it's going to turn out. Why do we always ask ourselves, what if this happens and it's the worst case scenario? Why don't you train yourself to ask yourself, what if this is the greatest change I could have ever made for myself? What if this is the thing that I need to change in order to create the life that I desire? Because you never know. Stephanie, good morning. I've been seeing 3s, and the last couple days, anytime someone verbalized 3/3, my ears went quiet, like I couldn't hear it. I would say, could you repeat? And after several times, I just picked up it only happens with 3. Interesting. Lisa wasn't into numbers until she was always seeing 222, 2222. I took note once it was just everywhere and I couldn't ignore it anymore. Lucy, I'm taking a job Monday, even though it's not actually perfect. I just want to move the energy and get back in the workforce. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. If you wait for everything to be perfect before you take action, you are going to be waiting your entire life. Sometimes you do need to move the energy, just break up the stagnation, and that will free your body to call in all the things that are meant for you. If you sit on the couch and wait for the perfect job to show up, there's a really good chance that it's going to take forever. It'll happen. It will happen. You can wait as long as you want. But if you make little baby steps, the universe is going to catch up with you. And it's going to say, okay, cool, you've been trying to do that. Let's make that happen. One last quick story, just because this crossed my mind yesterday. While I was driving through the amazing Portland scenery, the amazing Oregon forest, driving, when I have gone on these long journeys, I wish I could be a passenger in the car. But anyway, yesterday, I started sinking into how much support I have with my life, right? Even though, like, yes, I'm here pet sitting for a friend, but I have a free place to stay and access to their car. Like, that is support. I didn't ask for these things. They were given to me. I have support. I have you guys here. Arlene, thank you very much for your donation. I have people here who are supporting my work. I went flashback to 2021 when I kind of first started doing all this. And I know that I need support. I'm not here to prove that I could do it all myself. I don't want to do it all myself. I want help. I've always wanted help. And so when I first kind of started this, I was saying to the universe, like, all right, make it happen for me. Make it show up. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for me to have this lump sum of money so I can do the things that I want to do. And it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. And then I said, okay, what can I do with what I have? Okay, I could do this. This feels good. I'm going to play around in this little area. And I did. And then because I was moving the stagnant energy, because I was moving in the direction that the universe guided me to, then the universe was like, oh, here's some extra clients. Okay, cool. I'm going to do what I can with what I have. And I'm going to play over here. And now I'm playing over here. And then the universe says, oh, here's a new business idea to make more money. Oh, okay. Now I have some more income coming in. Okay, I can play around with this. I have more of this. And then the universe says, here, now you want to go live in an RV and travel the country, and you're going to be helped along the way. No, okay, so now I'm on this little path, and I'm going to play around over here. If you just sit and wait for the universe to drop things in your lap, it's not going to happen. But if you take little baby steps, it's not about reinventing the wheel overnight. It's not about building Rome in a day. It's really funny hearing that come out of my mouth because sometimes I feel like that's exactly what I try to do. But if you do a little bit at a time, things will show up for you. So go get a job. If you want to be in the workforce, go get a job, and then your perfect job will show up when you're in the energy. April, when we take the first step, the universe takes 10 steps forward to help us. 100%. Michelle Mybell, I've seen this posting of this job that sounds amazing, and you're not even close to being qualified as of yet, but I saved it to manifest it. This world is ours, and what we make it, just have to stick to it. 100%. 100%. Lucy, if you come through Kansas City, you have a place to stay. Thank you, Lucy. Trina, this story relates to the fire card. Slow burn. Yeah, it's not, don't burn out at once. That's what's resonating for me. Rather than blazing a fire and burning out, slow burn. Take a step, the universe gives you some kindling. Take another step, you get more kindling. Rebecca, what does it mean when our number doesn't show up all day, when it otherwise does on a daily basis? I think that means that you're attached to an outcome. I think that means that you are expecting something to happen. And when you expect something to happen, you block magic. It's fun to just, surprise and delight. Woo. All right, guys, I am signing off. I will be back for sure on Wednesday, November 13th. before that, I don't know. I have to see how my internet connection is while I'm traveling. So be sure to follow me on Insight Timer, because if I do post a session, it'll be posted 48 hours or more beforehand. Sign up for my email list because I will be emailing communications while I'm out. Be sure to follow my socials because I'm going to be posting all my pictures there. So if you guys want to follow along with me, you can do so there. Oh, and yeah, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel because I might be posting just like fun little shorts as I have internet as well. So that's it. All my links are in my Insight Timer bio. Everything's in the description, all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here. Enjoy your radical changes to align with your physical body. Thank you, Ella, Pam, Lisa, Michelle, my belle, Trina, Jasmine, Rebecca, Becky, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. I also, on my YouTube channel, on Wednesday, I recorded 3 weeks of astrology. And the dates for each thing are in the YouTube description. So look at the dates so that you know what's coming, and then feel free to rewatch that description as well if you're curious. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for making this work possible. If I didn't have an audience, I would have no reason to do this. So you guys are appreciated. Sending love to all. Namaste. Catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.